Your problem isn't laziness. Everything just feels too big, too boring, or too overwhelming for your brain to grab onto. And you don't need more willpower because willpower runs out. You need a consistency operating system, a gentle system that helps busy, bored, and overwhelmed brains stay consistent through tiny doable steps so that you never break a promise to yourself again. As an agile business analyst, my skill is in breaking down strategic goals into actionable and lightweight sizes that can be done in cycles, sprints, as we call it. And consistency operating system is built on this premise. Task ridiculously so small it takes you only about 5 to 10 minutes to do. And because it is so small, returning when you fall off becomes so easier. And returning is consistency, not I must not break this streak that I'm doing. I have 30 days to do this. I must not break. No, that is a lot of pressure on you. What must happen is that when it breaks, you return, and that is what matters. We are going to get into the system in a minute, but we need to understand this gentle, neurodivergent-friendly framework that helps busy, bored, and overwhelmed brains stay consistent through tiny doable steps, which I will be calling micro commitments. Now, I want you to think of a compass. When you think of it, it goes into like 4 different directions, and these are the directions consistency needs to move through. So you need clarity, structure, self-regulation, and recovery. Clarity to know what exactly matters this month, what matters this week, and what matters today, so that you can stop wasting time and energy on decisions and stop confusing being busy with being productive. Clarity will help you move from scattered to focus, from I don't know where to start to I know exactly what to do next. Now, structure is what's going to help you remove the daily decision of when to start to do what, and knows what matters in the morning, what matters in the afternoon, and what matters in the evening. Structure is going to help you move from chaos to rhythm, from I keep falling off to my environment keeps me on track. Now, self-regulation is going to help you account for your internal state of mind, checking in on your energy before you even plan your day, knowing how to self-regulate, how to calm your nervous system so that your prefrontal cortex, the part that plans and follows through, stays active, stays online. Okay, now this is the most practical thing you can do for your consistency, because a plan made at high energy for a low energy window is a plan designed to fail. Self-regulation is going to help you stop spiraling when life gets messy and learn how to stay grounded and focused. Now, the fourth one here is recovery, and recovery is a built-in mechanism that helps you recover when you sleep, because consistency isn't about winning an unbreakable streak. Consistency is about returning, and recovery is what makes that possible. As you know, a compass doesn't just move in a straight line, it moves in cycles, and so does this framework, because you will move through all 4 stages, sometimes within a single day. Now it's time to grab a book or open your notes right now, because we need to start building your system. So the first one here is the monthly clarity map, and every month you'll be choosing 3 meaningful outcomes, not tasks, not chores, and these are your anchors for the month. 3 meaningful anchors will give your brain direction without overwhelming it. So for example, I am a YouTuber, and one of my priorities for the month is to publish 3 videos this month, and that is an outcome, 3 videos by the end of this month. Now we are going to connect meaning to these priorities, and you'll be asking, why does this priority matter? So for me, publishing 3 videos on my YouTube channel helps me create momentum for the channel, because it's a new channel, right? And I am trying to grow it, which is why you that you're watching me right now should subscribe to this channel, by the way. Thank you. So now when you're done with your monthly clarity map, then we move on to plan the week. So for each priority you have in your month, you're going to break them down into micro commitments. And micro commitments are what makes consistency win all the time. So publishing 3 videos means 1 video per week. And if that is going to happen, I will have to break this down into 3 commitments. So commitment number 1 is plan the video, like concept plus script. Number 2 is film the video. And number 3 is going to be edit and publish. So now I just broke all of that down into 3 commitments. So then we move to what we need to do daily to make sure we work consistently on these goals without distractions and anxiety. So for me to publish 1 video per week, I will break this down into daily activities, and I'm just going to ask an AI chat to do that for me. It is simple. ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, they will do it. And what I need you to understand here is that we are breaking things down. We started from the month, then we broke them down into week, then we broke the week down into daily. So if a task feels too big to undo, if a goal feels too big to undo, then break it down further. And in Agile, we call that resizing or right sizing. So plug your prompt into an AI chat to break it down into things that you can do in 5 to 10 minutes. So now that we are clear on what to do, we move into structuring. You will have 3 types of time anchors. Personally, I have 5, but it is what it is. Don't complicate things. 3 is good, okay? So you're going to have your morning anchor, and that is saying what matters before 12 p.m. You're going to have midday anchor, that is what matters between 12 and 3 p.m. And then you will have evening anchor, and that is what matters after 3 p.m. So when you're planning your week, you will move your commitments into the anchors you believe are best, and you will be able to work on them, and you have the energy, the capacity to work during these time anchors. And as a mom, my thinking literally goes, when do I have the most energy during the day? When am I naturally productive? When do I get distracted the most or the least? And then I will fix my commitments based on the answers that I get from asking myself questions. So any form of writing goes into my morning blocks because I am calm and less distracted during that period. My son is still sleeping at the time. Editing goes into my midday blocks. I can handle that with distractions, my husband coming in, my son coming in, and other post-production goes into my evening blocks because it just doesn't require heavy mental work and my full focus. So for your week, assign your anchors based on when you know that you will actually work on these commitments. So next one here is self-regulation and recovery in practice. And on a day it feels like you have fallen off because it's going to happen. You are human. Then you do a simple reset protocol to help you return and be gentle and with compassion with yourself, right? And I recommend taking a pause and observe. You need to ask, what is happening to you right now? How am I feeling? What is happening? Is it my environment? Is it the people around me? Like literally take a breather and you ask yourself further, what do I need right now? Maybe you actually need a hug. Maybe you're so overwhelmed. Maybe you need comfort. Maybe you need clarity. Maybe you need to take a drink. Or maybe you just need to get out and have the fresh air blow on your face. So be kind and do exactly what you need for yourself. And once you feel like your body have calmed down, then choose just 1 micro commitment you can do in 5 minutes. Okay, maybe I'm just going to write something for 5 minutes. Set a timer, do it. Once it is 5 minutes, stop and go do something else. And if you feel like you can continue, then definitely continue. And that is how you return. Here is a tip for you though. You need to create a morning grounding exercise. Like when you wake up in the morning, observe your energy level. Is it high? Is it low? Is it medium? And then ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? What kind of feeling am I craving? How do I choose to show up, whether I get my cravings or not? Asking yourself this type of questions will help you set the right intentions for your day. For instance, sometimes I wake up with very low energy and I'll just be like, all the things that I planned for myself to do today, I don't think I will be able to do all of them, or the ones that will take a lot of mental effort to do. So I just do the barest minimum and move on. Okay, I cannot do the major cleaning that I plan to do today, so maybe I'm just going to just wipe the counter or just sweep instead of sweeping and mopping and wiping the whole of the house down. I'm just going to do the barest minimum, but at least I get the house to a level that's not stinking. So the point is, do the barest minimum. 5 minutes, 10 minutes the most. You don't want to do anything more than that. Every time you wake up every morning, consistently check in with yourself. How do you feel? What kind of energy do you have today? What are you craving? How are you choosing to show up? This is going to guide you for the rest of the day. So we need to plan for distractions and stop acting like we are living in a perfect world. We are not. So when these distractions happens, it must not meet us unprepared. So every week, we need to anticipate what is going to distract me. So ask yourself, what is going to distract you? For me, it's always my son the most. My son is 2 years old, by the way, so he's always needing mama. So if I'm going to work on a major goal, how will I reduce friction? Right now that I am filming, my son is on screen time. He's watching Paw Patrol. That is how I decided that I would be reducing the friction, because that's the only way he can stay away from me for this moment. And if you get distracted, what will be your 60-second refocus ritual? For me, I breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, and then I continue. Now let's move on to this part that I love so much, and it is reset and reflections. This is very important. If you skip anything at all, please do not skip this one, because looking back literally helps us plan a better tomorrow. And in Scrum, in project management, we call this a sprint retrospective, and it is a whole event on its own that the team does not skip. So at the end of the month, you ask yourself just 3 questions. What went well? What didn't? And what do you need to adjust for next month? And at the end of the week, you do the same so that you can readjust for the new week that you're about to enter. And I do mine every Sunday. Some do their Saturdays, some Fridays, but it's usually at the end of the week. And I advise that you set a 30-minute appointment on your calendar with yourself so that it keeps reminding you that you have an appointment with yourself to review your week, to look back on what happened, and then to plan for the next week. And you also have to do the same daily, like 5 minutes before you go to bed. Review your day and know what to start with the next day. So you are going to be asking, what did I complete today? What felt good today? What needs to move to tomorrow? Now you have all of the systems that you can use to make sure that you don't fall off or you return, to make sure that you remain consistent on your personal goals and everything that you've set for yourself. Now, if this still feels like a bit much, you feel like you'd rather just get a template, if I do have one, and yes, I have templates that I've designed exactly for this. I have them from monthly clarity map or the weekly planning for the daily dashboard. And then there are 2 protocols, the anti-distraction protocol and the reset protocols, that helps you regulate your nervous system. Every day you only take like a few minutes to use them. Then I also throw in a multiplier prompt so that when you need to reset and you feel blank, like, okay, I don't even know where to start, you just look at the multiplier. They have like 50 questions on there. You look at it, pick one question, answer it, and then you move on. You can print everything out or use it digitally. And also to make this experience as seamless as possible, I added video guides and a PDF where you can find use cases for what each tool is for and how they will help you. This literally took me the whole of first quarter of the year to create, by the way, because, well, I'm a mom of a toddler, and what takes 30 minutes to do most times takes 3 hours to do in my situation. But I did it though through micro commitments and returning, because every single day I picked one little thing and then I did it. And that was how I was able to create this whole template and the PDF guide and videos that I created just to help anyone that needs it, so that they can stay consistent. Anyway, it is just 19 Canadian dollars. It's a one-time payment, no subscription, instant download, and it's yours to keep forever. And if you feel like this doesn't actually make sense, send me an email and I'm going to refund you, because I want to be able to sleep well that night. My son already keeps me up, okay? If you need it, the link is going to be in the description. And if you try this system for a week, I promise you, you are going to see noticeable progress in your life. The key point here is go granular on your task as much as possible, and you need to plan based on your nervous system. And I want you to keep this in mind. You do not have a discipline problem. You just needed a right system, and consistency operating system is what's going to do that for you. My name is Dupe, and this is Systems Based Life. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'm going to see you all in another one. Bye, guys.